What's up, y'all? I'm here with MawMaw today. Her name is also Edna Jolly. Y'all probably heard us talk about her on the podcast. Today she's going to be teaching us how to make, what do we make it today?
Well, some people call it crud, some people call it goulash, some people call it, it's a mixed fried vegetable medley. It's going to have potatoes, Irish potatoes, yellow squash, zucchini, green tomatoes, onion, and I may get a pack of okra out of the freezer that I've got in there to throw in there.
So it's just really a throw together.
It's just to throw it together. If you got a little bit of this and a little bit of that, if you got one squash and not enough for your family, mix it with some potatoes and a zucchini and an onion and just whatever you want to throw in there. My mother-in-law and I did, neither my husband nor his daddy liked cucumbers, but one time we actually slipped some cucumbers in there and fried them with it, and they didn't know the difference.
What sides are we going to be? Is that going to be the main dish, or is that going to be a side dish?
Well, we're going to have some fried tenderloin, cube tenderloin, and we're going to have some deviled eggs, and your mother's fixing some corn.
We don't know what kind. We don't know if it's going to be creamed corn or
corn on the cob, whichever one. We like both.
Are we going to do these yard beans?
Yeah, I'm going to fry those. I don't know what you call them, but I'm going to deep fry them in batter and see how everybody likes them.
And what is this?
That's a jalapeno pepper. I'm going to cut that up and put it in the vegetables.
You know what's so funny?
And some mac and cheese.
You know what's so funny is when I was down there picking hazelnut a while ago, Mama said, she puts hot peppers in that, and they said, no, I don't think she does. So now
I usually put a cayenne pepper, but our cayenne pepper is not real hot this time yet. So you'd think with the weather being like it was, it'd be scalding hot. But I got a hova pot last night. It had a good hot taste to it, but it wasn't too overly hot. So I thought I might try
the jalapeno.
The jalapeno.
So we've got deviled eggs, the crud, the tenderloin, and
corn. And I'm going to fix some macaroni and cheese.
Some macaroni and cheese. You know that's my favorite. All right, well, let's get right to it. We're going to see what she's doing, and we'll get right back with y'all.
I pre-washed my vegetables so they'd be ready. So I'm just going to start cutting them up and put them in my bowl, getting ready to batter them. So this is a yellow straight neck squash. These green Roma tomatoes, that's all we had. It's big enough to do anything with right now. You can use little tomatoes or a big tomato cut up and cube it, and whatever's your choice. And don't think, oh, my family won't like fried tomatoes. Well, they will. They won't know they're in there. And if they don't like squash and zucchini, guess what?
They'll never know.
They'll never know.
And what they don't know won't hurt.
That's true. Unless they're allergic.
So what is your favorite dish that we're having tonight?
This.
Mine
and the
too.
corn. I love corn. But my favorite dish of all time since I was a little bitty girl was a fried potato. And I didn't care whether I had anything else or not. If I had a tater, I was a happy camper.
I think that's Callie's favorite thing of all time also.
But I'm cooking for a crowd today. You can cook as many of these as you want or as little.
So since you're cutting up a zucchini, tell the people out there how your zucchini bread following Abby's recipe.
Oh, it was good, only I put pecans in mine because I'm a nutty person. I like nuts and all desserts and all cakes just about. So I put I put pecans in mine, and it was delicious. This is just a Vidalia onion or a sweet onion. Yeah, I know, your family, some of them don't like onions, but like I said, they won't know the difference when they're fried up. If they do, you can leave out or put in anything that you want. I saw Brenda Gant was cooking a, eggplant today. And I had always sliced mine across, and she said she used to do hers that way. But she suggests you cut it up just like I did that zucchini and fry it. And she said it doesn't absorb as much.
Like quarter in it?
Yeah, just cut it up, just dice it and fry it, deep fry it. And her and her granddaughter were eating them with ketchup, just like a popcorn or something.
My goodness.
That's what they were having for lunch. And I thought, well, next time if I ever have another eggplant, I'm going to try it sliced rather than, I'm going to have to get another squash.
So are all these vegetables except the onion from your garden, right? And the potatoes?
Yeah, I bought the potatoes, but the squash and the zucchini and the green tomatoes.
And jalapeno too, right?
And the jalapenos from my garden. So you just dice them up, just like you did fried potatoes. And we're gonna put a little buttermilk on them and a little flour and meal when we get ready, and fry them just like you would a fried potato in a skillet.
So for those people out there that don't know what meal is.
I use self-rising flour and self-rising meal.
So you're talking about cornmeal?
Yeah, cornmeal. These are my potatoes. I've already peeled them and washed them off. And like I said, you can fix as big a batch as you want of this or as small a batch. I think I fixed it a couple of weeks ago, and I used one potato and one squash and one little green tomato for me and Troy. And it was a plenty for us to have a meal off of. We had to swap to a bigger bowl, and I don't have a bigger bowl, so my dish pans are being borrowed right now, so we just use a stock pot. Oh, I forgot to tell y'all, I was taught as a little girl, when you're peeling potatoes, my mama was, don't peel those potatoes away. You peel that peeling as thin as you can peel it. Would you hand me the buttermilk?
And meal and flour?
I got the flour over here. And I don't measure, I just eyeball it.
Measure what you're holding.
But you want a good coating on all of them, so the meal, the batter will stick to them a little bit. Turn it up there so you can see it. See, the buttermilk is coating the vegetables.
So how many are we cooking for tonight? Everybody?
I reckon
All 9. Well, we're
Well,
missing one.
Carly, I think Carly had to work today. I don't know what time
Carly's coming.
Yeah, but I don't know whether Hagen's coming or not, but everybody else is. So there's 2, 4, 6, 8.
10, 11. Haley, she'll eat this too.
Yeah, The baby loves potatoes and things out of this. Of course, she'll eat anything you're eating.
May have to pick the jalapeno out.
Well, I'm not even going to put the jalapeno in there because of her, because she might get a hold of it. All right. I wonder if I can just do that. Let's see. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Let's try it this way. Since we're not deep frying, we'll just...
That's the meal, right?
That's the cornmeal, yes.
And you're, like you said, you're just putting enough in there just so you can see what it
Yeah.
looks like when you get done.
This is self-rising flour. That's about all kind of flour I use. I did make the sourdough bread I bought bread to make it out of when I'm making it. I'll have to have some more. Let me get my skillet and get it on. We're gonna have a skillet full tonight. And I don't measure, I just put some in the bottom. And it takes a little more than this, in this, because you want to get them coated a little bit. We're not deep frying, so we don't have to have them coated just all over everywhere, but we do want some of that goodie on them.
That's the deviled eggs. Well, that's the Instapot going on.
Oh, that's my pinto beans.
Oh, we left those
Yeah, I
out.
forgot about them. And they were sitting right there in front of us.
Have you already made the eggs?
Yes, I
Oh,
already made the eggs. They're
So-
in the fridge.
They need to go to Callie's TikTok and watch her learn how to make your eggs.
Yeah, I taught her how to do the eggs.
with
and
your
potato
homemade
salad. With my
pickles.
homemade pickles. So.
It's pretty rough to stir it.
Yeah, it's heavy. Now.
Y'all hear a baby crying in the background.
You ever do this? This makes pepper go out. I wouldn't have never believed it, but I saw that on Facebook several years ago.
And you use it every time now, don't you?
If you want a lot of pepper in something, yeah. You don't have to stand there and shake and shake and shake.
We've got Granddaddy on babysitting duty. And also, people, I'm learning how to make this myself. So I'm learning at the same time y'all are learning. And if any of y'all make this recipe and you like it, let us know what you think about it.
I think if anybody likes fried potatoes and vegetables, I think you'll love it. And like I said, you can take a little bit, one squash, 1 or 2 potatoes, and whatever you've got, throw it in there, and you got a meal. Might have fixed too much.
Well, that's leftovers.
Yeah, we got some men folks that love their leftovers for lunch the next day, so. I got one that does not like much pepper, and one you can't get enough pepper for, so.
Who would that be?
Your mama is the no pepper or little pepper, and Callie wants hers peppered.
So how do you satisfy everybody?
I just do them to suit me. When you get them in there, stir them up and get you some grease on, or oil on some of it. Try to get it evened out. Alrighty, we're gonna let that cook now. I'm gonna turn it down on medium low. Alright, we're gonna do some fried green beans. These are the yard-long green beans. These are not hardly a yard long, but they're long. And this one right here is long. But that's what they're called, yard-long green beans. And I got a friend that her son works for the U.S. Embassy, and they just left Malaysia and are fixing to go to Thailand. And she said in the Asian countries, this was the kind of green beans that they raised over there and eat, and stir fry and in different foods. And so I fixed some the other day, and they was pretty good. I fixed the first mess like green beans, regular old green beans, but the next time I just fried them up, deep fried them, battered them and deep fried them. And we'll see how they go over tonight with everybody. And I did wash them before I started cutting them up. I washed them when I brought them in from the garden. All right, y'all ready to make some cornbread? All right, I got about a cup and a third of self-rising meal in there. And the egg. We're going to add some buttermilk and oil. And I don't measure, I just add till it gets the consistency that I want it. We got a little helper coming to help us. She's gonna sit over there and supervise. Would you hand me the Crisco?
Not a sponsor? Not a sponsor of
No,
cooking
not a
show.
sponsor.
We wish they were.
This is my favorite iron skillet.
And
It belonged to my cousin.
hold it up there where we can see the light bouncing off of it. And tell the people out there that don't know about iron skillets what you gotta do to them and how to maintain them.
Well, I don't do anything to this one except wipe it out. And occasionally, if something did happen to stick, but the only thing I cook in this is cornbread. So
you're not supposed to cook meat.
well, you can now. A lot of people use their iron skillets to cook their breakfast and their meats with. Fry bacon and sausage and eggs, and they've got them conditioned to where their eggs just slide right through there.
But you can't cook meat. You can cook meat and cornbread in the same skillet?
Well, I don't, because mine, I don't do something right, so mine tends to stick after I cook meat in it. So this is strictly my cornbread skillet. And it's not to be used for anything else. So, and sometimes I rinse it out with some water, a little soap. Some people say don't put soap on them. I always did, but this one and my biscuit pan too. I just take me a clean paper towel and wipe them out when I get through with them, and then they're ready to go for the next time. And usually I make my cornbread about this thick, real thin, because that's the way we like it, real crusty. It's still got a little middle to it.
Got some crunch to it.
But it's got crunch on the top and the bottom. And a lot of people say put your skillet in grease it, pour some grease in it, put it in the hot oven. I don't do that. I just pour my cornbread in my good greased skillet, put it in there, and it's always brown on the bottom and crusty on the top. So,
And it don't stick?
and it don't stick. So, my mama didn't, as far as I know, I don't really remember, but I don't think she put hers into a hot oven, a hot skillet. I've tried it, and I couldn't tell any difference in the results of my cornbread, making it up and putting it in a cold skillet, opposed to pouring it in a hot skillet of oil. So, can you see that?
Yes.
And like I said, I'm making it thicker tonight because there's more of us.
And only one cornbread skillet.
And my husband is a milk and bread person, so if there's any cornbread left tonight, he will have a bedtime snack of cornbread and milk.
That's a southern delicacy.
Yeah, I like cornbread and milk, but I use buttermilk with mine. He uses whole milk or what we call sweet milk.
Helen just decided to make herself in the video. She peeked out of the corner over there.
All right, putting it in a 425-degree oven till it gets brown. I run some water in this pan. I'm gonna put it on and let it get to boiling, and then I'm gonna put some small pasta shells in it for macaroni.
Okay, so we brought cream corn from our garden this year. He picked the corn yesterday. I told him he harvested the corn yesterday. I told him how to do it. He got it done before I got off work. And this is what it looks like. Cream corn.
What'd you put in it?
I put just a little bit of butter in it, and I cooked it for about 10 minutes because it was pre-cooked yesterday. And we don't do the salt, we let people add their own salt. And pepper. And, well, pepper's just nasty on corn, but whatever. I don't do
That
pepper.
even makes it better, that pepper.
No, I'm a candy mouth. I don't do pepper. Daddy, tell us what a candy mouth is.
Somebody that can't stand no heat. If you had to reference someone, who would you reference?
A candy mouth?
Yeah.
That'd be you.
Okay, thanks.
See, we're frying it up just like potatoes. And the potatoes are getting good and tender. See, it's good and brown on the, well.
Thing's kind of heavy, ain't it?
Yeah, it's heavy. Kind of
Oh,
brown.
yeah. Crispy.
All right. I got some cubed tenderloin over here to eat, and I cut my pieces in half, and I'm gonna fry them over there in that electric skillet in some oil. Okay, I put my green beans in this little bowl. We're gonna coat them with some buttermilk. Stir them around and get them coated good. And then we're going to fix this up some batter for them. When that truck comes around the corner and gets you. They're playing with the baby in there.
So what are you doing now?
I fixed me up some batter,
In a bag.
some self-rising flour and milk in a bag. I'm gonna put some salt and pepper.
That's the best method, isn't it?
That's what?
The best method.
Yeah. All right, I'm battering my tenderloin, cube tenderloin in some flour. Now salt and pepper them to pieces.
How many pieces did you make?
I think each pack had 4 pieces in it, and I divided them up. I tried to think of something that I could put in the crock pot to go with this meal, but I decided to do the cube tenderloin. It won't take long for that to cook. It's a quick cooking meat. And if you overcook it, it gets tough. So.
And our water's about to start boiling for the pasta.
Yep, it won't take long. Put all this meat on. I think I'm gonna have to get me some more flour. Just take it, get some of that flour and bring it over here and dump it out on it. Just get the little thing out. Put your hand under it. You don't have to have a whole bunch. Pour it out on there. That might be enough right there.
She said she's putting a little dab of butter in the pasta over there, and then she's going to get started on the beans.
Yeah. I'm going to add some onion powder.
You just measure with your heart?
To just measure with my heart.
Did you mean to put it on the beans, or
Well,
did you put a little bit on the beans and then put some in the bread?
I meant to put it on here first. I mean, just here.
Just in the bag?
Yeah.
And that's onion powder?
This is garlic powder.
Oh, okay, you just did.
The other was onion and garlic powder.
That goes on everything.
Yeah, can't go wrong with onion powder and garlic powder. Oh,
She's plugging up her deep fryer for the beans, because we're gonna have deep fried beans.
shake them and get them coated.
Did you set out with brown paper sacks?
Yeah.
Or does it lock them out?
And I would have done my vegetables this way if I hadn't had so many.
Yeah.
One time I had them in bags and I had company. My cousins, were here from Mississippi and Georgia and Florida. And I put a bag and I was shaking it up and it busted and everything went to the floor.
I had that happen to me one time.
So needless to say, we had to pick up and start all over.
Yeah.
We washed and started all over.
Watch them all.
Now when my grease gets hot, I'll stick them down in the grease. Meantime,
That is the designated macaroni and cheese bowl. Let's take a real good look at that thing.
my macaroni and cheese is about as simple as you can get. Some butter and Velveeta cheese and a little water and a little salt.
No milk?
No milk.
So what did you say, about half a stick? Is that half a stick? you
Yeah,
think?
somewhere along in there.
You leave your butter out, right?
Yes. But that was cold because I didn't get it out earlier. We used it for breakfast, so we had blackberry jelly biscuits for breakfast.
You'll have to show us how to make some of your blackberry jelly another
Okay.
time.
Yeah.
Teach some of these folks out here like me who don't know how to can how to do it. Do you think it's a dying art?
I think it's coming back.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, I think canning is making a comeback because grocery prices are so high and people are wanting to eat better and so they're preparing their own food. But this is simple and it's easy to make and they like it, so why change? Some people live off macaroni and cheese. I couldn't do it. I could eat it if I had to, but I'm not crazy about it, and I love cheese. But I wasn't brought up on macaroni and cheese. When I was at home growing up, we didn't have spaghetti, and we didn't have macaroni and cheese. We had beans and peas and turnip greens and taters. We had taters every meal, so because that's all I wanted to eat anyway. So.
Today I actually made, or I ate for lunch, hamburger helper without the meat in it. So it was just cheesy ranch flavored mac and cheese. What do you think about that?
I hope that you like it. I had a teriyaki chicken sandwich from Subway. That's what I had for lunch.
Was it good?
Yes. Except the guy didn't understand that I wanted Italian bread, and he just gave me plain bread, so I didn't argue about it. I just took it and ate it.
You did not make a scene?
I did not. I couldn't hear him, and he couldn't understand me, I don't think, so we had a problem.
Had a language barrier.
Yeah, that was the problem. My hearing and his understanding. I don't think it's necessary.
Don't you love how they're so loud in there that everybody...
Blake usually don't talk loud enough for me to hear him, but I can hear him good today.
So we have our tenderloin here that's about done, and then she put the macaroni and cheese, butter in the microwave. How long did you microwave that for? A minute, 30 seconds?
I did 2 minutes.
Okay,
I think.
2 minutes. The
Just whatever it
noodles,
takes to melt the cheese and the butter.
the noodles are almost done. The crud / goulash is almost done, or is it done already?
It's done. I'm just waiting for it to.
And then we've got cornbread, and you said it was almost done too, right? And then let's take a look at the beans
The
here.
beans that's got to saute a few minutes and pick it up there.
Doesn't look like much right now, but they'll thicken up, you said.
Yeah, I got them on saute, so it'll boil them and they'll thicken up. They're a little bit hard today. I guess I didn't cook them quite long enough, but.
Alright, so I reckon I'm about to set... She's getting the plates out. I reckon...
Sorry.
You're good. I reckon I'm about to set the table for 10. So I'm going to go grab the plates if you'll spin around. Watch me go. Okay, too fast, too fast. This is not 10, but we're going to put them down. MawMaw. Caitlin. Blake. Granddaddy. And I reckon that's all it's eating tonight. Oh, there we go. My camera girl walked away. Probably can't see me. We can see. Okay. Carly. Me. Hunterin. We have a full house tonight. We're just missing one. Mama. Now that's... Wait a minute. This is... And Bo. Daddy and Mom. Well, who's all sitting right here? That's Hunter's spot, right? Did you get out too many plates? You got out too many plates. I just grabbed the rest of them. So this is Daddy and this is Well, we act like we haven't done this about 11 times. Well, most of the time we have to work around because we don't always have the same amount of people every time. I think I'm going to move it to where there's 2 here. One extra space. There. Let's get the forks.
Watch it stick tonight.
No, it did not tonight. Perfect. Look at that. Crispy, perfect cornbread. She's proud of it.
Kelly, would you like to take these potatoes up?
Yeah, Kelly, show us how you take them up.
I'll put a paper towel in the bottom of it so they won't be greasy.
Okay.
There she.
Thank you.
Take that off.
Carly, I'm not sure. Close You already turned it off?
Yeah, I did. I bet she's had a ball today.
Well, so the first part of the morning she didn't feel good. She was teething, and every time.
Like you need to leave back.
Lord, we come to you this afternoon. Thank you for this day. Thank you for the many blessings. We thank you especially, dear Lord, for the family members that are gathered here. I pray you bless each one. We also thank you, dear Lord, for this food and for the ones that prepared it. We thank you, dear Lord, that you use it for the nurse of our body to better serve you. In Christ's name I pray.
Amen.
You ready to eat? Come on. Tell Kelly to bring you over here.
Tell her to move her junk out of the way,
You hungry?
buddy. Oh, yeah.
You want some taters?
I do.
You ready?
Okay, we need that. You know what I'm talking about?
Make sure you're down to tea.
Miss the lesson.
Ready to eat?
I only made a little mess.
Why should I be that?
No, we don't need this.
What's in the salt? I'm following salt.
It's in the.
Mom?
What do you want, Hunter? Go. Want another one?
Might dug a little deep.
Let's dig a little deeper.
You want me?
Drink tea?
Cornbread.
Cornbread.
There you
Then I had some.
go. Let me.
No matter which one you want.
Drink tea?
Hunter, you just put that on top. Give me one.
Y'all want her down there for y'all? Hello and goodbye. Hope everybody, the family enjoyed their meal. I think they enjoyed the vegetable medley fry, crud, goulash, whatever you want to call it. And the corn was good. And everybody enjoyed it, and I hope y'all enjoyed it, and I hope you learned how to make the crud or the goulash or the vegetable medley fry. Bye-bye, y'all.